ITV fans have long voiced doubts about the detective inspector, suspecting he is concealing his part in the death of DS Lisa Swain's late wife, Becky. Following Friday's episode, viewers now believe Costello might be linked to another figure as the tense storyline develops. Dee Dee Bailey's new partner, Ollie, seemed to show an interest in Lisa, and audiences rushed to Reddit to discuss their theories about how he could be connected to Costello. One user suggested, "I've come up with a fresh theory about Ollie, and I suspect it's going to gain traction. I believe he's either family or somehow tied to Costello. They both appeared around the same period and became prominent at the same time. Recently, they've both been hovering around the police station, asking questions and making suspicious remarks. What if this is all part of a bigger corruption scheme involving Costello, Ollie, the Radcliffes, Becky, and even Tia Wardley?" Another viewer commented, "Costello has been on screen for over a year, starting with the Joel storyline. But you could definitely be onto something here." A different fan added, "I think there's going to be a reveal where Ollie turns out to be related to Costello, maybe even his son." The name Tia Wardley has been looming over Lisa and her partner Carla Connor for months due to her ties to Becky. In Friday's dramatic episode, Tia finally appeared on the street to explain her past, right in time for Lisa and Carla's engagement party. During the installment, D.I. Costello was shown frantically trying to hide evidence and suppress what he really knows about Tia Wardley. Tia showed up at the bistro and opened up to Lisa and Carla about her connection with Becky. She admitted to once being involved with the Radcliffe brothers and revealed that Becky had selflessly helped her break free from her dangerous lifestyle. Lisa was visibly moved, realizing this proved Becky had been a good officer who risked herself to help someone escape a dark path. After leaving the bistro, the woman secretly met up with Costello, and the shocking truth came out. She wasn't actually Tia Wardley at all. She bragged to Costello, "I went full Meryl Streep on them. Really laid it on thick." The blonde one nearly burst into tears. When the suspicious detective asked if Lisa had truly fallen for the act, the imposter replied, "They had no idea what the real Tia Wardley even looked like, so of course." The closing credits even confirmed it, listing her as fake Tia Wardley, proving she was never the real woman Lisa and Carla had been searching for. Later, as Lisa and Carla headed home from their engagement party, Lisa suddenly felt a shiver run down her spine. It became clear that someone was shadowing the couple, leaving the detective deeply unsettled. Now, viewers will have to keep tuning in to discover who has been stalking them and what became of the real Tia Wardley. Coronation Street's Roy Cropper leaves fans fearing the worst as viewers claim to have uncovered his health issue. Dedicated Coronation Street audiences believe they've figured out what's truly ailing Roy after the much-loved character was recently shown struggling with back pain. Fans are now convinced they know the real reason behind his suffering, and their theories are heartbreaking. Roy, who first graced the cobbles in 1995 as Deirdre Barlow's high-rise neighbor, quickly became a firm favorite with viewers. Over his 30 years on the soap, the cafe owner has been at the heart of countless major storylines, including his touching marriage to Haley, which went on to become one of TV's most iconic love stories. But now, speculation is rife that Roy could be facing a devastating twist following his recent complaints of back pain. Carla Connor, concerned for her friend, urged him to get checked out, especially since she hopes he'll walk her down the aisle after her engagement to Lisa Swain. Roy later went for a hospital checkup, but fans now worry the soap is laying the groundwork for his possible exit, a twist that would be utterly heartbreaking. In a Coronation Street fan group on Facebook, one concerned viewer wrote, "Roy's back problems are going to turn out to be something serious, aren't they?" Another agreed, replying, "That's what I thought. They're probably planning to kill him off." A third speculated, "Probably cancer," while someone else pleaded, "Oh no, I really hope not." Earlier this year, David Nielsen, who has portrayed the iconic Roy Cropper for decades, was honored with the British Soap Award for Outstanding Achievement. The accolade was handed to him by his former co-star Julie Hesmondhalgh, who paid tribute to her longtime colleague. Thanks to David Nielsen's quiet brilliance, Roy endured and thrived, becoming one of the most beloved soap characters of all time. Julie also reflected warmly on their time together, saying working alongside David had been one of the greatest privileges of my career. Coronation Street's George faces a chilling shock after stumbling upon a disturbing revelation. Next week, Undertaker George Shuttleworth looks set to walk straight into trouble as he uncovers something that leaves him utterly shaken. Lately, George has unexpectedly become something of a ladies' man, even rivaling Carl Webster for female attention. With girlfriend Eileen Grimshaw jetting off to Thailand without him, George was left feeling adrift until his sister Glenda encouraged him to try out a dating app. Unfortunately, his first attempt at online romance went badly, as his date seemed far more interested in reminiscing with Glenda than getting to know George himself. Meanwhile, Jenny Connor started to see George in a new light after he impressed her by fixing a leak at the cabin, leaving her a little smitten. But her hopes were quickly dashed when rival Christina Boyd appeared on the scene. As Christina effortlessly captured George's attention, Jenny was left fuming, especially after his gullible reaction, following her disastrous stunt with Christina's husband's coffin. Next week, George's attention is violently pulled away from his recent romantic escapades when he unexpectedly finds himself in the path of a speeding stolen car, driven recklessly by Dylan Wilson and Brody Michaelis. The normally calm Undertaker is left completely frozen in shock as the vehicle barrels past him, and it quickly becomes clear that he has stumbled into a dangerous situation far beyond anything he has faced before. Dylan, reluctantly drawn into Carl's high-stakes car theft operation by his more confident friend Brody, is determined to prove himself. The two set out with plans to steal a string of luxury vehicles, eager to impress Carl and demonstrate that they can bring in serious cash. While Brody navigates the crime with brazen confidence, Dylan's anxiety is obvious, his hands trembling on the wheel as he contemplates the consequences of their illegal escapade. As the stolen car speeds past George, his jaw drops in disbelief. He can hardly believe his eyes as he realizes what Liam is involved in. The sight of the stolen vehicle hurtling along the cobbles is both terrifying and alarming, leaving George with a gnawing sense of dread about the danger surrounding him and others in Weatherfield. Tragically, this stolen car will trigger a catastrophic chain of events. What begins as a high-risk thrill soon escalates into a shocking hit-and-run, leaving one of the street's residents in hospital, fighting desperately for their life, and shaking the entire community to its core. The pressing question now looms. Will George summon the courage to report what he has seen to the police, or will fear hold him back, leaving the perpetrators free to continue their reckless spree? Coronation Street continues on ITV1 and ITVX, airing Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m.